This is your math students. Welcome to Math Test 52A, finding slopes from graph points, and we're even going to throw in tables. So slope is a rate of change. And what is the change that we're talking about? We're talking about the change in rise over the change in run. That's a good way to say basically how does the y value change, delta y, over how does the x value change, delta x. Remember from our slope formula yesterday, we got y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So let's recap. First thing you want to do is label your points. x1, y1, x2, y2. Then you want to write your formula so that way you know you plug it in the right spot. So y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Please write the formula for every problem. You'll never go wrong if you do it. So y2 is negative 12 minus y1 is negative 20 over x2 is 2 minus x1 is 5. All right, make sure you double check. All right, I've got everything that I need. And now we go to work. Keep change plus positive. Keep change plus negative. So we've got negative 12 plus 20, that's a DSSM problem. Ooh, that gives us positive 8 because I had more positives. And then 2 plus negative 5, that gives us negative 3. So this can be written two ways. Either we can say 8 over negative 3 or negative 8 over 3. Basically, we can say we can go up 8 and left 3 or down 8 and right 3. That's the same exact movement. Now you might be saying, well, Mr. Mason, I don't even see that anywhere. It is answer C. When the negative is out front, only one of the numbers is negative. All right? So again, label your problems and make sure to write your formula and then go to work. All right? So in this one, it would be 1 minus 14 over 10 minus 20. I'll let you do the rest. Now, when we're talking about graphs, we're going to be given 2 points. And so what you want to do is make sure that you find the coordinates of those points. So this coordinate right here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 4. And this point right here is 1, because I moved right 1, comma, negative 1, because I moved down negative 1. You always start from the origin, right? So there are your 2 points, 0, 4, 1, negative 1, and then you're going to want to label x1, y1, x2, y2. Write out your formula. y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Again, doing this helps make sure that you get the problem right and you never misplace numbers. Misplacing one number will get the whole thing wrong. All right, so we've got negative 1 minus 4 over 1 minus 0. Keep change on top, keep change on bottom. We get negative 5 over 1, which simplifies just to negative 5. So A is your answer. Now you can also count this, right? I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down 5, and write 1 plus 1. That's why I have negative 5 over 1. Now you could also be like, wait a second, Mr. Mason, can't you go the other way? Yes, you could. You could go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 5, and left 1, negative 1. And you can still get 5 over negative 1. So those are your 2 options when moving. I'm going to erase this one just so you can't get confused here. So I do want you to write the formula, and I do want you to prove it for every problem. But I want you to also say, okay, how do I move? How do I rise, and what's my run? Rise up and down is your y value. Run left and right is your x value. So real quickly again, your points on this one are 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. And your point on this one is 0, negative 2. So when you plug in, you got 1, 3, 0, negative 2, x1, y1, x2, y2. That's negative 2 minus 3 over 0 minus 1. Keep change plus negative, This time we get -5 over -1. And remember, negative divided by negative, that's a positive. Slope is +5. And that makes sense because I can go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and right 1 to get 5 over 1. You could also go down 5 and left 1 to get 5 over 1. All right, you've got the rest. Come check in with an adult once you are done. We'll talk about the tables as well.